All right, the death toll from Wednesday's nationwide anti-government protest in Kenya has climbed to at least 16 people. According to a statement released by Amnesty International, the rights group has accused security forces of using excessive and lethal force, with most of the fatalities reportedly resulting from police gunfire. The protests, which erupted in multiple cities across the country, including the capital Nairobi, were part of a larger movement opposing recent government policies, including proposed tax hikes and the rising cost of living. Thousands of demonstrators took to the streets to voice their discontent, resulting in widespread confrontation with heavily armed police units. Eyewitnesses' accounts and footage shared on socials shows police deploying tear gas, water cannons, and in some instances, live ammunition to disperse demonstrators. Local media outlets have reported that hundreds were wounded during the clashes, and human rights observers say the true scale of injuries may be higher than initially reported. But in a joint statement, the Kenya Medical Association, the Law Society of Kenya, and the Police Reforms Working Group condemned the security forces' action, confirming that among those injured, several had suffered gunshot wounds. Medical professionals also reported being harassed or obstructed while attempting to treat the wounded. It says, "We are deeply concerned by the excessive use of force against civilians exercising their constitutional right to the protesters." The joint statement read that the use of live bullets against unarmed citizens is unacceptable and must be urgently investigated. Video circulating online also shows scenes of chaos and panic as protesters flee volleys of tear gas and rubber bullets. Human rights groups and civil society organizations have called for independent investigation into the police response, urging accountability for those responsible for the violence. President William Ruto's administration has faced growing criticisms in recent months over economic hardship and unpopular fiscal reforms, while the government has defended its security measures as necessary to maintain law and order. Other people argue that the crackdown is part of a broader pattern of suppression of dissent. International observers, including the United Nations and the African Union, have expressed concern over escalating violence and called for restraints and dialogue. Amnesty International and other rights groups are now urging the Kenyan government to allow peaceful assembly and to hold security officers accountable for unlawful use of force. As the country seeks views from the latest round of unrest, many fear further violence of grievances are not addressed. Right after the break, we'll see what's happening as Trump calls for end to Netanyahu's corruption trial.